Well, in those days, these were pre-Dr. Spock days, so you didn't sort of encourage children. You told them tales, which often terrified them.
Right.
So one day I was going out on my bicycle, on travelling off to see a friend and going up into the countryside nearby, and I happened to mention to my grandmother where I was going, and it was a place called Raincliffe Woods, that doesn't matter. And she says, "Oh, Raincliffe Woods." And she'd noticed I'd picked up an apple to take with me, bike. And she said, "Oh, I remember a tale from that. It was in the First World War." And so obviously, what was the story? And the story was a young soldier home on leave from the war had gone for a walk in the woods and had spotted something he was interested, but slipped, fell down a bank, hit his head on a rock, and succumbed, whether to exposure or from the injuries. It's not exactly clear. And he was never found. Everybody thought he'd run away or whatever. And it was years later, somebody else was down there and noticed an apple tree growing. And they went down there, and there was a skeleton still with remnants of an old uniform on, with an apple tree growing up through the rib cage. And the story was, just like me, this young man had gone out there with an apple in his pocket, had a fatal accident, the apple had grown and gone through. So I thought, thanks, Graham. That's a really cheery story.
I love what you find to be nostalgic and fun today would be considered child abuse.
Well, it is, exactly.
Yeah, very funny. You were listening to our guest Charles Christian here on Radio Wasteland. You can find out more about Charles at urbanfantasist.com. And, stick around, come on back, because we have more Weird Tales with Charles Christian.